Hello, and welcome to Diaries of a Spiritually Ambitious Entrepreneur. This is where I'm going live every single day, 5 days a week, as I am building a business, a seven-figure business, while becoming the best version of myself. And today was a big day. I have some big things to share. And I also want to keep it short and sweet because I also have a podcast I'm going to record, another one later today for my 100K healers inside of the paid tier. I have something I'm really excited to share with them tomorrow. It's about failure. And I'm really going behind the scenes of how I deal with failure now versus how I dealt with failure when I was first starting my business and like what it looks like to fail as a six-figure entrepreneur because it's really about bouncing back up. Anyway, so I'm going to record that just after this because that's coming out tomorrow. But what I'm doing tonight is I just want to give you guys a little check-in and a little chat because yeah, today was a big day. You may have seen, if you're following the Substack, you may have seen I released a podcast earlier today, and it was a big deal. It was something interesting that just came through to me while I was sitting. I'm at a desert lodge right now. That's why it looks so strange in the background. Little rinky dink in the background, but then you should see outside when it's daytime. It's like the most beautiful view. I would love to live stream out by the pool in different areas, but there's just no internet, so I cannot do that. But what I was down by the pool this morning and like looking out over the desert and journaling, and I just had this like really wonderful epiphany moment of like, oh shoot. Oh my gosh. And it's been kind of a series of epiphanies, things kind of building up, which is so fun. I love just stringing together these different aha moments and really getting to a place where I'm like, oh my gosh, this is it. Like, these are the things. So, because I've been like quantum leaping this year and I've been just like really moving into my next level. And it's a lot of shedding the old and rebirthing and then doing it again and doing it again. And it feels like a cat with 100 lives or a snake with 1,000 different skins that you keep shedding and you're like, there's more? Wait, there's more? And you keep thinking, oh, this is it. This is the thing. And then it's like, wait, nope, there's another level. There's another layer. And so I sort of have let go of like, I don't think I'm arriving. I don't know what arrival is. I'm just living the evolution and trying to share it with you guys in real time. So I recorded a podcast all about that, about just how I've noticed my frustration recently, like frustrated with people in my everyday life. It's like, you guys are moving so slow, just like physically moving slow. Like, why can't we make a decision faster? Why can't, like, I was feeling this like deep impatience, like across the board, with people in my life and then with clients and people just like in my world in general. I was like, why is this slow? Why is that slow? And then anytime that's happening, I'm like asking myself, like, where is the mirror? I go through this all in the podcast episode, but really the whole point is I realized I was holding myself back. Whoops. Because I had a belief that I can't move faster than other people. And like I can only move fast if other people are coming with me. And if I move too fast and I outgrow people too quickly, I'll lose them. And there was just a lot of just like kind of false beliefs around I can't move too quickly or else. So that was really interesting to uncover that while I was outwardly frustrated with other people, inwardly, it was really because I was frustrated with myself because I was holding myself back. And I was holding myself back because I didn't think I could move fast without losing people in my life and without maybe I was just scared to move fast. I don't know. Or to like really claim like the fast I wanted to do. And I released a podcast episode all about it literally today. I keep sharing about it. And then what came through from that is I'm rebranding the podcast once again. The Substack is staying the same. It's the Spiritually Ambitious Entrepreneur, but I'm rebranding the podcast to the 100K Healer because that's where I'm headed. That is my laser focus. That's my vision. That's my direction. And I floated it out to clients. Like I've been kind of polling. I like poll clients regularly. I'll ask them like market research questions every now and then to be like, what do you identify with? What does this happen? And I'll ask people questions. So I floated this idea and it was like unanimous, like we don't like it. And not like we hate it, but just like we resonate with spiritually ambitious more. And I like totally respect all of people's beliefs. But then it just hit me because I felt disappointed when people said it. And I felt a sense of disappointment, and I was like, "Oh, why do I feel disappointed?" And it was like, "Because that's what I wanna do. That's the platform I wanna speak on, that's the topic I wanna speak to, that's where I'm going, and that's where the brand is headed." And I'm so excited to go in that direction, and so I'm going anyways. And that's the scary thing. It's like I kind of asked it's like I asked the people in my world for permission, "Hey, do you guys wanna go here? Do you wanna go in this direction?" And they were like, "No, we don't think so. We don't wanna go." And I'm like, "Shoot," because I really wanna go, and I still wanna go, and that's where I'm going. And so I'm doing it, right? I'm rebranding to a 100K healer, because it is what's next. And it's like I had to do spiritually ambitious, and that's not it's not gone, right? Spiritually ambitious is still the Substack. It's still a part of my work and my world. It's going to evolve. It's still a concept I'm playing with and an identity I'm feeling into. So the spiritually ambitious is not gone. It's just not the name of the podcast. And so that's really important to me because I want to test out having this really focused, results based podcast. And that's what we're doing. So tomorrow, well, I'm not going to have the rebranding ready for tomorrow, but the 100K healer is what's happening. I'm going to do it. Because you know what's also interesting? I never did a theme song for the spiritually ambitious because I think part of me knew it was like placeholder vibes, the podcast at least. So yeah, I'm feeling like theme song, new artwork, all the things, and we're rebranding to the 100K healer. And I can't wait to share more about that. But so that's something that's happening, right? So this was like coming through me, and I was like, I have to share it. And I did, right? And it's scary to share. And I told one of my friends who I'm like co-working with and co-living with right now. I told her, I was like, for some reason, I released this podcast and I felt like I'm going to be canceled. I literally had this feeling of I'm going to be canceled for releasing this podcast, which doesn't make any sense. Like, for what reason? What am I saying that's controversial? I don't know. But it was an actual fear. And then I realized I'm just checking the mic position. Whoops, we lost you. Let's just hold it this way. Then I realized that's my edge. Anytime I am afraid I'm going to be canceled, that's where I'm playing. That's where I need to play. That's the level of posts I need to write. That's like where I need to hang out and spend my time is feeling like I'm about to be canceled. Like, because I'm not, or I might, but like if I'm not fearing that, I'm not really at my edge. And I don't have to always be at my edge, but I'm like, oh, this is a good indicator. When you're worried you're gonna be canceled, that means it's like a sign I'm on the right path, which is really funny. But that's something I've realized. I can't remember what else I was gonna share. Oh, okay. So I released the podcast and put it out there. I don't think you understand even just recording it, because I've recorded it and then I went for a walk in the desert just to kind of like sit with it and like let it land and make sure I'm like, does this feel accurate to release? And even just after I recorded it, I just felt this sense of like settling and peace and grounding and like click. Like, oh, that's what I was meant to be doing. That was correct. Right. It's like there's no outward indicator yet because the podcast just was out. People may or may not have listened just yet. I'm not sure. There's no external indicators just yet, but there's an internal indicator. And the internal indicator is I feel a relief. I feel settling. I feel a grounding. I feel a truth. I feel more inspiration coming through. It's like, these are my signs that I'm like, "Ooh, yes, I'm tapped into the right path." I start getting more and more ideas and inspiration. I already have a lot, but even more unlocking the inspiration, feeling relief, feeling settled means I'm on the right path, even when the external indicators are not there yet. And so I think it's fun for me to share this with you kind of before there's proof that it's gonna work, quote unquote. But like, I know that it's the right path. I know that it's the right move. And I know things are about to blow up in my world because of how I'm feeling. And I do not have evidence yet on the outside, but I have my inside evidence. And that gives me all the confidence I need, actually. So that's really fun. It's a fun place to play in, is being that grounded in self that I'm like, oh yeah, this is right. Oh, it's such a good feeling. So that to say, I share a lot in the podcast about like holding yourself back for other people, real or imaginary. And I think that's an important message. So I definitely want you to go listen to the podcast to just understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, the idea of just holding yourself back in any way for other people and not really trusting your own journey and your own path. Important lessons and things to look at. And the other thing I want to just reiterate to you guys is like, Nothing hits like the truth. And what I mean by that is when you speak your truth, even when you're terrified, you're also relaxed at the same time. It's a really strange thing that happens because you can be scared, but because it's true, you also feel calm. You hold both. And if you felt this before, you know what I'm talking about, where it's like it doesn't make sense and it is scary, but the scariness is kind of mental. But the real calm and settledness you feel is internal. And that's what the truth hits like. And that's what I want for you guys. I would love to, I don't know, teach and share how to do that. The other thing I'll say is because I did this, right? In my zone, made my declaration, let's go big. I'm ready to go now. Then something else I did today, which was really bold, is I hung out in the female physician entrepreneur Facebook group where I've been going to that recently in the past like week or so. I've been like, let me just start playing in there more. Been answering questions, just doing what I can to like just give value. I'm not pitching anything. I'm just like, let me give value. And somebody posted in there that she's like, a trauma surgeon has a big business already and is looking for like a marketing executive, like a fractional marketing consultant, to bring on to like discuss high level strategy to scale her business for lead gen. And I literally was like, I'm going to put my hat in the ring. And I did. I did. I pitched myself to her. I went to her website, made her a Loom video, and shared it with her on the comments. I don't know if she's seen it yet, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to give her some ideas for marketing strategy. And I'm putting my hat in the ring in this Facebook group in general as like, I'm a marketing and messaging consultant because I am, right? That's what I've been doing with my clients. So that felt really interesting and cool. And it's like, I know this is because I'm in the zone with myself and I'm finally utilizing my potential. And that feels so good, man. One of my coaches, she says, frustration is the sign that you're not playing at the level you're meant to be playing on. It's so true. So I was feeling very frustrated. And now I'm finally like, it's all clicking. I'm relieved. I'm like myself again. And I am here and I'm so excited to see what unfolds. So that's all I got for you today. Nothing hits like the truth. So go and connect to your own truth. If you need help connecting to yours, I got you. We can connect to your intuition. I can help you with that. And let's yeah, I'll see you again tomorrow. I'll be finally back in Swakopmund, my little home base for right now. I'll be back there tomorrow. So I'll see you then. If you guys ever have any questions, things you want me to talk about, comments, feedback, anything, totally happy to hear from you. I want to make these fun and relevant for you as well. So sending you love.